Hey gem lovers, thank you for tuning in. My name is Jana. Sorry about the sun glare. That is actually the sun, but don't let it fool you because it's literally 20 degrees in Maine. Today we're gonna talk garnet, and I'm really excited about this particular gemstone because it is a gemstone that's really well known. It's a gem of friendship, of love, of light, and of vitality and energy. But many people hear the word garnet and they easily kind of dismiss this gem. It's ignored because people think it's abundant, but true gem lovers know better, that when it comes to garnets, they are absolutely striking gems and one that every collection is deserving of. So the name garnet comes from the Latin word garnetus, and it's meaning seed-like, and it's believed to have been a reference to the pomegranate fruit. So that's literally where you get the name garnet from. Now, garnets were found dating as far back to, in a grave around a young man's neck, they found a bead strand. Think about this. Talk about a timeless statement dating back 3000 BC. So you talk about something that is the old time look that brings forth, that has been around for generation and generation. Garnet is one of the oldest known gemstones to mankind. Now, according to legend, Noah actually used finely cut garnets as a glowing illuminator, so basically as a headlight for his big ship to find his way through the dark storms back when he built the ark. Thousands of years ago, red garnets adorned the necks of Egyptian pharaohs. They were actually entombed with garnets because they believed garnet to be a prized possession to help them get into the afterlife. In ancient Rome, signet rings were created and carved with garnets so that they could use them to stamp any important documents with wax and seal them shut. You look at ancient Greek history, if you look back to mythology, Hades captured Persephone, the daughter of Zeus, and brought her down to the underworld. Well, before releasing her, there's this myth that he gave her pomegranate seeds as a way to guarantee her return. And because of that, it's often tied back to the fact that he gave her garnets in order to give her a safe return. Now, during the Middle Ages, not only were garnets favored by clergy and nobility, but many people believe garnets to be a cure for the Black Plague. So they believed that garnets could free the body from this ailment, which, I know, again, this does not sound medical advice, but it's really interesting to look at garnet's history throughout generation and generation. Garnets were worn by crusaders to aid them to find their way safely back home. So this is something that we see that there's a lot of tradition rooted in, a lot of legend and lore behind this particular gemstone. In Eastern Europe, there are folk tales of garnets being worn around the neck at night to ward off night-wandering vampires. There's a different one for you. But if you're having a vampire problem, may I suggest garnet? And in Victorian times, the gem was actually used and hugely popular as an engagement ring. So this would be kind of the beginning of garnet becoming a symbol of love and passion, dating all the way back to Victorian times. Now, garnets were also used by some Asian tribes as ammunition. Because it was tied to that blood red color, they would put it in slingshots and arrowheads and later in bullets in hopes that the garnets would inflict wounds on their enemies that would be more serious, tying back to blood flow. There is so many different stories that surround this particular gem. Now, let's get down to what the gem is. The gem typically forms in a variety of either metamorphic rocks or igneous rocks. And the best quality garnets in the world really usually come from alluvial deposits. Now, that's basically like if you've ever been panning for gold. You know how it's really hard to find a big gold nugget? An alluvial gemstone is kind of a water-worn pebble, essentially. But that's really where you get your finest quality of garnets because all the bad has been washed away and you're left with this magnificent, all-natural, stunning gemstone. Now, garnets can be found in a lot of places throughout the world. We're talking Mozambique, India, the Czech Republic, Brazil, Tanzania, Sri Lanka, did I say Zambia? Namibia, Pakistan, Madagascar, the USA, Nigeria, Russia, East Africa, and so many more. So garnet really is something that, yes, in some senses is abundant around the world, but that's typically just the red garnet we see. There are a lot of exceptionally scarce garnets. Garnet is just the name that's used to describe a diverse group of silicate minerals. Now, if you look at some of those more scarce and coveted garnets, there's demantoid garnet, which is like an olive or an emerald green. grossular garnet, which is a yellow, hessnite, there's pyrope, there's rhodolite, which is a hugely popular and desired garnet in both the crystal and metaphysical world, as well as in the gemstone and jewelry world. Spessartite garnet, if you were watching Adams in my show the other night on HSN, we had an unbelievable mandarin garnet spessartite necklace that was just like, but that is so exceedingly rare. There's Tsavorite garnets that are colored by that beautiful chrome, that bright green color. There are so many different types. Now, because there's so many different types, when we get into the metaphysical properties, we're really just going to focus on garnets overall and not so much the individuals, because we would be here all day, and I don't, I'd love to spend all day with you guys, but I don't think you want that in one video. So garnets, remember, are all natural in color. And again, this is what makes them so desired. Most gemstones out there, it's very typical, have to have some form of color enhancements. Well, garnets don't need that. They display these beautiful colors, and actually, they can actually, in a rare case, display a faint 4-rayed asterism as well. But the thing about garnets is they have a very similar crystal structure to diamonds, so you get a lot of sparkle, you get a lot of shine, you get a lot of brilliance out of a good quality garnet. Now, as far as the metaphysical properties go, when I start to cover this and when we start to talk about this, please remember that this is in no way medical advice. If you are suffering from any ailment whatsoever, you should always seek the opinion of a medical professional, okay? And again, just a reminder, we're not going to focus on all the individual colors. If you have a favorite color of garnet, please let me know. I'll try and cover that at a different time. So think of garnet as the ultimate life force stone or crystal. It's a stone of health and well-being, of energy and balance and purification. It basically embodies the energy of fire, and it brings forth creativity, it brings forth strength. Garnet's also a heart-based stone, so it's really deeply rooted in inspiring love, devotion, and passion back into your relationships. Now, garnet's fire is believed to stimulate survival instincts. So basically, it'll bring forward willpower. It'll bring forward courage in certain situations, especially when you're facing times of tribulation or crisis in your life. It's said to bring forward your strength and aid you to kind of have ideas come to the surface that will help you through this time, or basically spark creativity so you can get out of the bad times and back into the good times. Now, garnet helps us feel grounded and connected in the present moment, which if you're having an energy lacking or you feel like you're spinning all the time, this is a great gem that could possibly help break up any energy blockages that you're suffering from and keep you in a state of joy and vitality, bring you back to that present moment. Garnet is known to open up all the chakras and aid in removing those blockages that kind of hold you back from feeling energized and feeling good. It's known to revitalize, to purify, and balance your energy. Garnet, being such a strong balancing gem out there, stimulates desire, it uplifts your attitude, and helps to prevent any fears or insecurity. So it balances that side of you where you start to doubt yourself and then you feel like a little up, a little down. It basically balances those fears, and it's good for every aspect of your life. So it's considered a lucky stone in balancing maybe love, success, goals, and even insecurities with money. It can aid with that. Being a heart-based gem or crystal, garnet inspires love and passion. It also inspires devotion, loyalty. It's a gem or a crystal of commitment. So if you suffer from any relationship struggles, this is something that can aid in strengthening and bringing good to those relationships, both in the workplace and at home, actually. So garnet can actually be a fabulous gem to bring peace and positivity back to any shared space. Now that, again, can be at home or in the workplace. So if you need some additional peace and positiveness in your life, this is a great one. And garnet, again, is a great stone for actually flushing out. It's believed to help flush out any toxins in the body and create strong circulation. And this dates all the way back to those times of the Black Plague when they truly believed garnet was aiding in that circulation. So it's a stone that wants to keep your blood flowing. It's believed to aid in metabolism and heartbeat and keep your body working to the best of its ability. Now, not only is it believed to flush out toxins from your body, but it's also believed to flush out toxins from your life in general. So working closely, again, with those grounding chakras and to kind of keep you safe, steady, and avoid toxic areas coming into your life. Now, garnet is believed to be a light bringer. So it's an illuminator, meaning that this stone, if you keep it close by your side, it's also known as the traveler stone. It's something that will always help you and lead you to find your way home. No matter what that means, what finding your way home or coming home means, it's something that is believed to aid you in getting there. So that's it for this week. I will be back again soon with another video for you guys. Please feel free to like the video, share the video. I appreciate all of you that take the time to watch these with me. Go ahead and, share it on any of your social media platforms. I'd be very grateful. Also, I will see you again next week, and if you have a favorite gemstone, go ahead and leave it in the comments for me, and I'll be sure to cover that gemstone soon. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon.